Hello guys, and welcome to a new Broken Arrow video today by me, Vulcan. In this one we're going to be playing on Meandering River, and I'm using my Armour Airborne deck. Today I am playing with the Benjiverse. I'll make sure to leave a link to his Twitch in the description. But yeah, he's a streamer, and he is pretty high level. He set up a pretty high elo lobby, so we've got quite a lot of high elo boys that we're playing with today. And we're going to be giving it a good go. So I'm probably going to head over maybe to the right hand side. I could also like crush round on Bravo, but I think the right's looking a little scarce, so we'll probably head over in that direction. Now in this deck I have messed around a bit with the air tab. I've taken out the Lancer with the cruise missiles, which was a lot of fun, but I've changed it for the EX Eagle with AMRAAMs and HARMs, and then we've got the Strike Eagle here with 10 Rockeye clusters, so we're going to be doing that today. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to just like drive right up the center, and then I can help either side, whichever needs be. Got the Eagle going out wide early on so that we can slide in to engage these aircraft. Could probably get a Pack 2 up as well. Pack 2, probably the best US long-range AA at the moment in the game, because it basically allows you to one-shot people. Pretty useful. Nice, really good stuff. The EX Eagle there. Is that what we call a sex eagle? I think it might be. The one where it has like 20 AMRAAMs on it. Either way, his AMRAAM succeeded where mine failed, which is great. My Patriot's already kind of used up its missiles, so I'm just going to sell it. We'll buy a new one. My pilot actually survived and is right by the spawn, so that's pretty handy. We'll just have him sprint back. I have set up my sprint onto Z. I think that might be default, but for some reason I'd unbound it. So I put it back onto Z so they can sprint home and go and give me some income back. Meanwhile, what we're going to do is we're going to grab some mech engineers in an AMPV, and I'm probably also going to think about using... Maybe a B-Fist could be pretty useful for dealing with infantry here, because it's going to be a lot of stuff that I might not be able to see. I do have Global Hawks in this deck, but I'm probably going to bring them out after my teammates use Seed if they do. I think the other thing I'm just going to do for now is we'll just bring up some Airborne in an AMPV, and then I'm just going to need some SHORADs, so something like the Avenger there. We're capturing plenty of points. I'm going to come through Foxtrot. I guess we can kind of assist between Foxtrot and Golf, maybe put some pressure onto India, and then it looks like our teammate on the right here will be maybe pushing towards Juliet. But yeah, early on things went pretty well for the team in the air engagement. Batchy just going to be blasting that away early on. I've just got to wait for my boys to arrive on the front line. I could have probably used the ISPs. I might actually bring up some mech engineers again with the AMPV here, because by the time we get to the front, there's probably going to be quite a lot of infantry in position, so we're going to need those to kind of clean them out.
Air defense here. We're combat ready. Already there.
So it looks like they've gone for the boomerangs early on. We do have a Global Hawk on the right hand side. I can say for a Strike Eagle, probably a good idea just in case. But we'll have the set kind of move through here. Ideally we want to avoid going through the trees so that I can get into position quicker. Because if you drive through trees it slows you down, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to purposefully guide my tank through the open area. We'll sneak into the tree line, and then we can shoot up onto the ridge here. The nice fighting Falcon here will take out all of those boomerangs. They are only K-16, so not like a lot of cost on those, but decent kills, and certainly going to help our teammate keep his troops alive, so that was nice. Let's just go ahead and set up the Patriot. I think I'm okay to have that on, especially if I bring up the PVADs here on this right hand side. I'll have the PVADs kind of hanging out in front.
The higher they fly, the further they fall. Heavy armor is
And we'll
ready
just
to
shift
move.
over the set V3.
Roger.
And then I'm going to have the mech engineers kind of cover it on the left flank.
Personal carrier here.
These airborne can kind of travel down the left side where we can keep distance, and then these ones can go in close.
Abrams, ready to roll. Clinching enemy position. Armored cab.
Nice little killer eggs, giving us an escort here. There was a bunch of man pads hanging about.
Search and destroy.
We'll go hunt them down.
Copy. Relocating. Roger. Moving out. Pedal to the metal. Troop transport ready. Personal carrier ready. M1 Abrams ready for action.
Alright, we should probably get another tank or two on the way. Actually, I'm probably going to stick to trophies just because we're going to be in forest cover quite a bit here.
Get that engine running. Someone call for a cab? Driver, move forward. Roger. Moving
I don't think the enemies really expected me to just run at them with armor, to be honest.
Heavy cab, ready to roll. Good copy. Next waypoint received. Driver, stop! Driver, move out! Full throttle! Hit the gas, driver! Hit it! Troop transport, standing by. Abrams here. We're in combat.
That's the trick though. Foxtrot will be ours.
Moving out.
And what I'll do is we'll come up onto the ridge here and help out on the left with the airborne, because the airborne can help engage a lot of this infantry from range.
Carrier here.
And then we'll just try and shift over the set B3. We can have the mech engineers hold the front there.
Air defense at your disposal, sir.
I'll just keep the P-pads on.
We're on the move. Copy. Relocating.
And we're just going to move that like into the trees here, just a BC bait basically.
Someone call for a cab? Copy that. Looking for targets. Moving to contact.
Team's got really, really good control early on. Ben's doing a good job on the left here.
Ready.
We'll try and give him a hand.
Enemy contact.
And I can certainly help team up on this Terminator. We can actually get the AMPVs to come up here as well.
Warmed up and ready to go. Pushing forward.
If he like smokes and backs it up,
Bring us there in 10 seconds. Not 10 fucking minutes.
okay, we can get the shot on.
Rolling out. Driver, move out. Armored transport reporting in. Armor, moving out. Driver, move forward. Armor is rolling out. Moving as ordered. Bring us there in 10 seconds. Not 10 fucking minutes. Moving out. Driving to coordinates.
Nice, we're going to be getting the shots in the back.
Popping smoke.
Very good, we're running them down.
Move your asses, man.
Perfect teamwork here.
Make way.
Lovely. Oh, just got to be careful of the old blaster.
Move the fuck out, driver. Full speed.
Like my teammate tanked that, unfortunately.
We're combat ready.
That's okay. Right, we'll keep the mech engineers back over here.
We're in combat. Troops in combat. Send your orders. Move your asses. Anti-aircraft here.
Not sure quite what happened to my MPV, probably got destroyed by the
Someone
BMP-2.
ask for a ride? Roger. Moving out. Moving out. Get those tracks moving.
Sap will just go and fix itself up. They done?
M1
Okay.
Abrams ready for action.
Probably do with some troops. We could bring in some like airborne just to out the right hand side.
Copy. Relocating. Good
We get an
copy.
airborne
Next waypoint received.
sniper with the
Pedal to the
M3A4
metal. Heavy
just to
armor
fill
is
in for the
ready to
team.
rumble. Bring us there in 10 seconds. Not
We
10
don't need to
fucking
push
minutes.
too aggressively. Like, we are sitting ahead on flags right now as a team. We've got this kind of like semicircle going on. So you know, as long as we kind of protect our flanks, don't let them hit like our backline assets, we should be okay. So this area is a little bit vulnerable, as our teammates have pointed out. So I'm going to try and fill the gap a little bit, you know, bring up a couple of long-range infantry that can engage from tree line to tree line, whilst also having like recon support from the M3A4. The M3A4, really nice, 2000 optics, does have the Bushmaster, has the tow for dealing with any armor, and we're going to have the sniper there as well that's going to be able to cover that off. So, going to keep these airborne back as much as we can there, and yeah, we just kind of keep the SEP hidden from the enemy. And that way it won't get hit by one of those Su-24 cluster strikes. We've also got the mech rifles kind of ready to deal with any infantry that could be a problem. I just bring up some supply for my own Patriot here.
Already there.
The key really with like supply dumps next to Patriots is you can do it, and a lot of people might advise against it. But basically, as long as you're not like sat right next to it like this, you should be fine. Like if you were sat here, even if this blows up, the Patriot's fine. So yeah, it's fine to do that. The other thing to make sure is that like if you see your allies come here and maybe somebody fires like an artillery shell from it, that's a no-no. Don't do that. But if you do see them do that, make sure to move. One thing I do actually like to do is keep my supply vehicle nearby, especially if I'm comfortable, because then I can just pick up the supply and move it with the unit. So I'm just gonna kind of try and push up here. I might actually just be able to load up again and carry on.
Someone asked for a ride? Good copy. Next waypoint received. Pedal to the metal.
See if we can just help clean this out and push to Juliet.
Roger. Moving to next waypoint. Troop transport ready.
We'll send a B-Fist over to the left-hand side. We're going to have to try and like keep an eye on that, so I'm going to stay relatively zoomed out, which I know people want to like see me like zoom in sometimes and watch like the cool graphics, because it is cool, especially when you zoom in like this. For example, see all the airborne camping out on their truck. It's pretty fun. But drop out there. The airborne do their thing. I'm just going to send this airborne around the edge.
Recon vehicle standing by. Copy. Relocating. Roger.
Nice.
Recon vehicle. Send traffic. Oh, good copy. Next waypoint received. Moving out.
So that alligator's a little bit of a problem.
Roger.
Might bring up like a couple of Kiowas or something just to assist.
Armored transport reporting in. Bradley fighting vehicle ready. Pedal to the metal.
You can see my teammates doing the same here, just avoiding going through the trees because it slows you down so much, makes you very vulnerable to cluster. In this case, you know, I'm just kind of like hiding, so it's not as bad. But yeah, in situations where you're trying to like fight, make sure that you do, you know, respect the fact that you get slowed down a lot by the trees.
Bradley, ready for combat. Moving there now. Infantry, good to go. Moving a new fighting position. Good copy. Next waypoint received.
Looks like my teammate did the same with the Kiowas. I could probably send my Kiowas to the left.
Fire and maneuver. Sweeping area. Infantry ready for combat. Smoke screen deployed. All transform gates. Pedal to the metal.
We can go hunt down the old Igla teams there. The team is just working together so well right now. Nice kill from the mech engineer as well. Just going to move this because we probably got spotted.
Infantry in combat.
sound sneaky. Certainly gonna
Fighting vehicle at your command, sir.
be interesting to deal with. I don't know if we can really defeat those.
Stop here. All hands.
Maybe if I get the M3A4 over.
Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast. Counter sniping.
And just hold them for the mech engineers which are coming. Start creeping it back. Right, let's just unload that, get that sold. Ethos is still going on the journey. Kiowas, might want to just sell them, maybe.
Combat patrol underway.
Could also just swing them around the left, as I said. Might be an idea.
Infantry engaged in combat.
Bradley's just tanking those.
Troops in combat.
Very, very nice. Okay, we got supply coming in apparently from our teammates, so that's cool. We'll go meet him.
Right here. Go ahead.
I'll drive my M3A4 back as well. I'll try and get the sniper forwards. Although I'm a bit worried about the Spruts. I reckon we might be able to shift it forwards a little bit.
Walking like ghosts.
Just get the sprint on. Sneak those forwards.
Fire director, ready.
Cool. So far so good.
Engineers at your command, sir. Heavy cab, ready to roll. You'd be blind without us. Bradley fighting vehicle, standing by. Heavy armor is on.
I think what I'll do is we'll kind of help take India. Because pushing for Alpha might be a little bit more difficult. Actually, I could bring my sub up here just to help Ben get superiority. We can move this one over to the right hand side. We'll have the mech engineers ready to engage any infantry as well.
Roger. We're on the move. Moving as ordered.
Just get line of sight on the Kozlik here, just to help kill that if the Rangers suffer. That looks like they're all good.
Infantry at your orders. New orders. We lead the assault. Lock and load. We're moving. Search and destroy.
Kiowa reporting in. New flight path set.
Copy. Relocating. Heavy cab. Ready to roll. Armored. Moving out.
Okay, we'll just back that up if he's backing up as well.
Heavy armor is on the field.
Gonna try and dodge the blaster there, unfortunately. Not quite able to. That's sad.
Target designator. Ready. Roger. Moving
I'm gonna actually just kill this, I think.
Kiowa awaiting mission.
Roger. Shooting on sight. Roger. We're Oscar Mike. Already there. Roger. Moving out. Pushing forward.
We'll go for
Over
the
here.
anti.
Good copy. Next waypoint received.
Be faster than
Pedal
it.
to the metal.
Bring up an Apache just to help hold the flank here. Meanwhile, let's just get the Sep to come back down into the right hand side.
We aim, they shoot. Copy. Relocating.
We're gonna just like
Moving there now.
get out of the way of this Barbarous, I think, because they're gonna
Roger.
maybe head
Moving
towards
next
us.
waypoint. Roger. We're Oscar Mike.
Kiowa is mission ready.
Troop transport reporting in. Moving there now. Personal carrier ready.
Get the AMPV to come up from the bottom here, because it does have a javelin that can help
Moving out.
with that. I might want to move my Patriot further forwards.
Roger.
Don't really see any like rocket artillery being used, so we can maybe
Target confirmed.
deal with that.
Engaging. Good copy. Next waypoint received. Pedal to the metal. Copy. Relocating. Roger. Moving to next waypoint.
Okay, good.
Apache is combat ready. New heading set. Already
We'll just
there.
move that to the back. Get the Kiowa warriors up here. Got to be a bit careful of the dead of Atsaya, but we should be okay.
Already there.
Meanwhile, over here,
Transport, standing by. Roger, moving out.
we'll make sure to bring up some more tanks, I think. Let's just bring up some more steps to help over here.
Driver, move forward.
Heading there now. Kiowa copies.
I think I can probably just move up
Wilco,
here
engaging.
and kill the
Apache
Mi-28.
here. Roger Wilco. Flight plan confirmed. Fast landing assistance. What can I do for you?
Kiowa is on the warpath. Flight path
It's
updated.
worth it, even if they die.
Target coordinates received. New flight plan received. Flying there now. Flying to coordinates.
Nice.
Coordinates received.
Bradley, ready for action. Roger, we're Oscar Mike. Providing cover.
So those are like 90-point helicopters. Ideally, I wouldn't have lost both of them. I got too close to the Armata. I think the Tor actually ran out of ammo, but yeah, I got too close to the Armata there, so I probably didn't need to lose the second one. I could have used the supply here to fix it up.
Fire director.
Anyway, we can move the BFIS forwards now and just have that on hold fire.
Only when fired upon.
They're kind of not even respecting that, so we can take advantage of it. Pretty dominant game though.
Defense here.
I can probably put my Patriot on here just to catch things out.
10-4, we're moving.
Just out of range at the moment to engage that, but looks like we have artillery coming in or an airstrike of some sort, so okay.
Apache gunship. New flight plan received. Roger Wilco. Flight plan confirmed.
I will bring the helicopter over to the right hand side, I think.
Look alive! Bradley, ready for action.
Make sure these airborne get into cover here.
Standing by.
And one of the opponents has left the game.
Brad here. We're
It'd be nice to kill the Tor. It's just a shame that the BFIS doesn't really have much range. But it does have amazing optics, so we are able to see a lot of this stuff in the back line. I just bring in like 2 strike eagles.
activated. Turning to pickle. Eagle, standing by for orders.
This one can just hang out on the left hand side there.
Eagle here. Copy, bugging out.
Cool.
Right here, go ahead. War is hell, and we're its director. Moving out. Moving there now.
Okay, nice.
Eagle, mission ready.
Let's have this eagle come over to the right hand side, because that is a lot of stuff pushing us here.
Get ready to go. We're Oscar Mike. Ready, pickle. Let's reduce them to scrap.
UT-90s, enemy team's quitting,
Strike complete.
and they're all
Good
dead.
effect on target. Heavy cap ready to rumble.
Beautiful stuff. Probably.
Infantry here. We're in combat. Firing maneuver. Spearheading. Flight truck ready to transport. Abrams ready to roll. Troops in combat. What are your orders?
Alright, let's go kill the dead Atsaya that was chilling over here.
Bradley
Guess we might as well go for the sudden death.
Apache copies. Full power.
Poor chap, left all on his own.
Infantry at
Not
your
really
command,
going to be
sir.
able to
New orders. Advance.
organise the defence, so guess we just get our move on,
Solid copy. Advance and report.
finish the game.
Abrams here. We're combat ready. Let's crush them. Infantry reporting in. Friendly fighting vehicles ready. Roger. Moving out.
We get my machine gun on range, it's currently like 600 meters we need to get into, and then we can get the M240 on target there as well. Just helps out kill that just a little bit
Moving to
quicker.
next waypoint.
I'm gonna go pick up some APS charges and smoke though.
Heavy cab engaged. Smoke screen deployed. Infantry good to go. Pedal to the metal, driver. Combat patrol underway. Driver, halt, halt, halt. Friendly fighting vehicle, at your orders. Friendly, ready for combat. Heavy cab in combat.
Oh, damn it, cheeky.
Already there. Infantry at your orders.
Fortunately, not much they can do.
Infantry here, we are engaged. Reconnaissance is good to go. Abrams engaged in combat. Armored transport, standing by. Lead me, follow me, or get out of my way. Right here, we're combat ready. Roger, we're on the move. M1 Abrams ready for action. War is hell, and we're its director. Looking for enemy contact. Heavy armor here.
Alright, good stuff.
Infantry ready for combat. Sniper team standing by. Apache reporting in. Abrams here, we're engaged. We're the finger of God. Pedal to the metal.
And that is it. Sudden death.
Apache at your command. Going into holding pattern. Roger. Attacking marked area. Roger that. Targeting the area. Tally target. Engaging. Flight plan updated. Hovering there. Flying to coordinates. Roger will.
We can probably engage the T-90 as well.
Maximum power. Flying there. Heavy armor is ready to rumble. Armored transport reporting in.
Cool.
Apache on the warpath.
Gets the job done.
Friendly fighting vehicle standing by. Check a leg.
We'll take that supply, I suppose. Just make sure we're fixed up. Get the EX Eagle out.
Changing course. Abrams ready to roll. Eagle here. Send mission. Over. Recon vehicle ready for action. M1 Abrams warmed up and ready to go. Engage and destroy. Driver, move out. Flight plan updated.
Literally just 3 kills now.
Heading set. Heavy cab, ready to roll. New course set. Proceeding as frag. CAS, mission confirmed. Close air support inbound. Back to Texaco. Eagle ready. Heavy cavalry
Let's fix
ready
up the
for
set.
action.
I think we're gonna have a pretty solid KD. I think our whole team is, to be honest. This was a pretty big whitewash, very, very solid game on a map that I really don't like that much, so that was pretty nice. And if you're wondering why I don't like this map, I just don't like the open gameplay as much as I like the close urban gameplay on something like Sawalki or Yogava, but that was extremely one-sided. Papa beating me by 20 points for most kills. You got a +6 elo. Yeah, that was a rough one for them. The elo difference extremely high. Well, that's it from me for that one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.